Good evening. It's Facebook Love number 153. What a day. So much going on. So strange. The first thought I had when I heard the news this morning that our current president has COVID-19 was, I don't believe it, because he's told 25,000 documented lies in public to citizens of our country. It's hard to know when he's telling the truth, when he lies so often. If you break that down, it's like one or two every minute. But if he is indeed ill, I feel terrible for him because this is a very serious virus, and I don't wish him ill. I don't wish him damage, and I hope that he recovers. I hope he's getting wonderful care. And that's that. But it's very unsettling and strange to think about. So, best wishes for recovery in this very strange time. I have a couple poems today. One is by a poet named Mary Ruefle, or Ruefle, I'm not sure how she pronounces her last name. This one is titled The Hand. Both of these poems are about being a student. And this time of year, I'm always thinking a lot about what it felt like to be a student. Most of us spent anywhere from 13 to 18 years being students. So it's part of our common understanding. The Hand by Mary Ruefle. The teacher asks a question. You know the answer. You suspect you are the only one in the classroom who knows the answer, because the person in question is yourself, and on that you are the greatest living authority. But you don't raise your hand. You raise the top of your desk and take out an apple. You look out the window. You don't raise your hand, and there is some essential beauty in your fingers, which aren't even drumming, but lie flat and peaceful. The teacher repeats the question. Outside the window, on an overhanging branch, a robin is ruffling its feathers, and spring is in the air. The Hand. This next one is a little longer. This is by Dan Brown. I'm assuming it's the same Dan Brown that we know as a novelist. Where I was. I was in Princeton, of all places. My 9th grade class was there on a field trip, the usual shepherding from edifice to edifice, a lot of gray stone, winding up, though, with something a little out of the way, the opportunity to view a classic 3-actor at the U's own theater. The play I don't remember much about. Your basic exercise in wigs and bodices and such. The memorable thing was the curtain call, how the one coming out was a grim guy in tweed and tie, how the lone lifting of his palm by itself extinguished the applause, how he had terrible news, but not the news I feared, not where to go, not how to get there, not what to do when we got there. Go sit against a wall, put your head down, clasp your hands behind your head. You might shut your eyes in case the world ends. None of that. Maybe he was finding it decidedly hard to get the words out. But what the words amounted to wasn't the worst thing. Not anything that had to do with going up in a solar hell, but rather with the president. A motorcade, a hospital, with how the evident extent of anybody's sudden death was elsewhere and over with. Where I Was by Dan Brown. We've been having a pandemic for quite some time. It was the middle of March. We're now into October. April, May, June, July, August, September. 6.5 months. We the people, our country, our health, our culture. This is a really intense time. Look for laughter and love, and keep some perspective. This is Facebook Love. I'll see you next week.